As they approached Jerusalem and came to Bethphage and Bethany, at the Mount of Olives, Jesus had sent two of his disciples, saying to them, "Go to the village ahead of you, and just as you enter it, you will find a colt tied there, which no one has ever ridden. Untie it, bring it here. If anyone asks you, what are you doing? Tell him the Lord needs it, and he will send it back shortly." They went, found the colt outside in the streets, tied it to a doorway. As they untied it, some people standing there asked, "What are you doing untying the colt?" They answered as Jesus had told them to, and people let them go. When they brought the colt to Jesus and threw their cloaks over it, he sat on it. Many people spread their cloaks on the road, while others spread branches hand-cut in the fields. Those people went ahead, and those who followed shouted, "Hosanna! Blessed is who comes in the name of the Lord. Blessed is the coming kingdom of our father David. Hosanna in the highest." Jesus entered Jerusalem and went to the temple. He looked around at everything, but since it was already late, he went to Bethany with the 12.
You there! What do you think you're doing? That animal does not belong to you. Go and tell Elias that someone's trying to take his colt. The rest of us will try to stop him. Elias, come out here! Elias!
What is all this commotion? Why have you called me out here?
We called you because we caught 3 men taking your colt. We thought they were stealing it.
Thank you for stopping them.
But we didn't stop them.
This many of you, and you didn't stop them? Were they armed, or are you just cowards?
Neither one. When we challenged them, they said that the Lord had need of it. They spoke with such authority that we couldn't stop them. They promised to return the colt.
And based on the promises of a stranger, you let them take my property without resistance?
I assure you that their intentions are honorable.
Does your assurance include a promise to replace the colt if it's not returned by tomorrow?
I will make no such promise.
Before you leave, please tell me one thing. Which direction did these thieves go with my colt?
They were headed toward Jerusalem.
Elias. I'm sorry. Elias, what happened?
I'm afraid we have lost one of our animals to thieves.
Our friends were unable to stop them?
Some friends. They let our colt go simply because the thieves said the Lord has need of it. Well, of course he does. I have need of it too, and I happen to be the owner.
What can we do?
I know what I will do. I'm going to follow these men at a distance and see who this Lord of theirs is. I will get my animal back. They were headed toward Jerusalem and should be easy to track. If I am not back by tomorrow, see if some of our friends might come find me. Blessed is he! Did you see that? Could you see it from where you are? No, of course not. You couldn't have possibly have seen. The crowd was too great. The largest crowd I've ever seen. And I was part of it. I was there. Right over there. The crowd thinned so quickly. A few more minutes and no one will even know anything happened here. But it did. Something did happen. Something monumental. Something that can never be repeated. And he was riding on my donkey. Can you believe it? My donkey. I thought he had come to steal my property. I was going to catch him off his guard. I was going to challenge his authority and demand that my donkey be returned to me. I would have, too, if it had been for the crowd and the excitement. Do you know how quickly emotions can change? I went from angry to confused to intrigued in a matter of minutes. He does that, you know. He's responsible for this glorious commotion. I'm not sure who he is, but I guarantee you I'm going to find out. Yes, sir. Before this week is out, I will know who this man is. The crowd is almost gone. I mustn't wait. I'm going to see where he went. Can you follow? Never mind if you can't. I can't wait. I must go. I tell you, it was magnificent. There are not words to describe what happened in Jerusalem, Abby. I was so close I could have reached out and touched him.
The crowd was waving palm branches and shouting.
Not just waving them, the crowd was throwing them down before him. They were taking off their ropes and flinging them onto the rope. It was pandemonium.
But you didn't get the colt back.
Blast it, Abigail. I don't care about the colt. You should have seen him. I would have given him anything. Had he asked, our house, our barns, our fields, even myself for his service.
Now you're talking nonsense. Besides, one of his men brought the colt back early this morning before you woke up.
Did you invite him to stay? There's so much I wanted to know. I could have asked him for answers.
I invited him to wait for breakfast, but he was in a hurry to get back. He said that this is an important week for them. If you ask me, I think he was just a little stunned by all the attention. In any case, I gave him some water and sent him away.
I wish you could have been there. Abby, I wish you could have seen.
So everyone is quite taken with this man,
Jesus. His name is Jesus. And I wouldn't say that everyone is taken with him. I fancy myself a good observer, and I would have to say that this man has some enemies. Of course, no one foolish enough to move against him. His popularity is overwhelming. Still.
You think there will be trouble? I don't want to go to Jerusalem if there is going to be trouble.
Don't be silly. Of course we will go into Jerusalem. We will make our trip at the end of the week. I am not going to miss Passover at the temple. Besides, there may be a chance that we will see Jesus again. If God wills it and the crowds are small, we may even get a chance to talk with him.
As long as we will be safe, I don't want anything to do with this Jesus character if it will put us in danger. Cheering crowds is one thing, but I'm not interested in hanging around with troublemakers.
I can't imagine what sort of trouble there will be. Jesus strikes me as a good man who knows how to behave himself. I am curious about one thing.
Your curiosity will be the death of me.
I'm sure that it's nothing, but after he made his magnificent entry into Jerusalem, he is headed straight for the temple. Some of the crowd followed him, but I'm not sure they saw what I saw.
What did he do?
He didn't do anything. It was late, and all the merchants and money changers had left for the day, but it was something in his eyes that bothered me. He looked sad and angry all at the same time. At first glance, I would say that he was disappointed, but it seems to me that it was more than that.
What do you think will happen?
I don't know, but if I had to guess, I'd say that any trouble that come might just start at the temple. You mark my words. I'm not saying anything for certain, but you mark my words just the same.